Good afternoon, Solar. The dragon behind you holds you close, covering your maw and enveloping you with her cold wings. She licks her teeth as you feel the chill of her frosty breath on your neck. Your brother sends his regards. Now you're going to be quiet, and you're going to listen. Your little run-in with my inferiors has left a bad taste in my mouth. So you're going to do me a favor. A little red gem. You're going to find it, and you're going to bring it to me. Is that understood? She drags a claw along your neck, very threateningly. Her grip loosens only a little on your head to let you nod.
I don't.
Otherwise, I'm not sure when the last time you saw your brother was, but you probably won't be seeing him again unless you do what I tell you. The same goes for if you tell anyone that I was here. If a single soul is told, I'll be taking yours. Her claws slowly remove from your maw. Do we have a deal? Or do I need to kill you now?
You really think killing me now is a good idea?
No. But I will if I must. And then your brother will be next.
I give a little glower. And say, sure, we can play around for now.
Good. I will know if you say anything. Run along. She lets go of you.
I give a little snarl as I leave.
Welcome back to Wings of Fire, everybody.
What a hell of a cold open.
Hello.
So, we're clearly missing a couple people today, but we will continue with that knowledge anyways. Because next week is going to be an off week for us. So, last we left off, Vampire had quite the in-depth findings about their mother, and we led into a lot of planning around Retica and what to do with Tavoth.
Mm-hmm.
For now, that is days ahead, and currently gathering our spirits together, I would say. There's still a few things to be told to the other group members that you guys, I think we're coming here to do anyways. But we ended up having a little bit of a drinking thing with Vampire.
True.
And Bladesinger is here to show Straight a couple things. A little duel may ensue.
Just a little.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
You guys met Rockslide, the admiral of the Enclave, and decided to cluster around Icicle as who was it who gave her the journal? It was Striate, right?
That's right.
Yeah, Striate gave her the little journal that Kinkaju took, and might have led to some interesting discoveries on her side.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much the gist of it.
Indeed.
As Rainbow Trout here pours you a drink, the owner of this fine establishment.
Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot exactly what I was doing. I think I was just messing around mostly.
You were
Waiting
mostly
for something to
messing
happen.
around.
Right.
Yeah.
Rainbow says, I'm going to have to say the bar is going to be closing earlier tonight. So
That's a
get your
shame.
drinks in now.
And again, I'd imagine you've been worked to the bone with, well, as you've said, a lack of help.
Yes, my little Nightwing friend hasn't shown up for a few days now.
Oh.
I'm starting to get a little
If
worried.
anything, we'll still keep an eye out.
That would help quite a bit.
I don't think I ever got their name, though, or what they are. What tribe?
Nightwing, I just said that.
I just thought to make sure you understand.
His name is Brightwing.
Brightwing.
Yes.
Sorry,
Out
I
of
was saying that out of
character.
character. Yeah, I was saying that out of
Wasn't
character.
that the one we were supposed to be talking to?
That's correct.
Is
In terms of what? Talk about what?
I don't remember. I just remember the name because it was supposed to be an ironic name.
Don't know.
Yeah, he's the one who survived the expedition.
Right. Thank you.
yeah.
And all because of that MIA. Yep, there we go. Saved that. And added additional quest log. There we go. Okay, so with that being the case, I turn to look at the familiar face of Bladesinger and mention, well, if this is going to be wrapped up shortly, we may as well take our matters outside.
I'll make sure nobody does anything while I'm here. Thank you, Rockslide. That would help.
May especially want to keep an eye on my friend there, who's a little bit dragon piled right now.
Of course.
They have a bit of a tooth for antics.
You don't say.
Vampire.
Give me more.
Rosary,
Something
you think
tells me we
okay?
should take Vampire somewhere.
Definitely.
If necessary, you might want to return. Meanwhile, I have a nighttime lesson for myself.
Meanwhile, Rosary is just going to gently grab onto Vampire, just drag them out of the building. We're going home.
Like a drunken pal.
Yeah.
That works out.
We're going home and you're getting sleep.
Be
Yeah.
sure that he gets plenty of water.
Oh, I will. If not,
He'll enjoy his headache.
yep. Come on, Vampire.
No, no.
I'm trying to push Vampire.
To no avail, but don't worry, Rosary's got him.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
Rosary's got
I'm
this.
still
She-
doing the best.
She's a strong dragon despite not having the high strength.
Che can also help, honestly. He's
Che probably would after having his drink, I'd imagine.
yeah.
No.
Getting all like wibbly wobbly, spiky.
Pretty much. Oh boy.
Icy
Little
sludge.
yawn.
Come
Alright,
on,
Vampire,
friend.
time to move.
No.
So as Vampire
I
starts
will-
moving, I just push into the empty and fall over, and just pick myself back up, dusting myself up, and then look at.
Vampire.
No.
Going to grab them even tighter.
Icicle watches you all as you just start dragging Vampire. Where are you all going?
I look back at Icicle and say, I think they're going to Rosary's place.
She has a place here.
Mm-hmm. Quite comfy, but
Probably
I don't know how
quieter
comfy it'll
than
be
being
if-
here.
So I'm gonna
yeah, I
struggle.
don't know how comfy it'll be if that thing's in there with
Vampire, I
us.
could have poisons that could help you
That-
stop moving.
That thing? What do you mean by that thing?
Sometimes I wonder if Vampire really is it really is a
Oh, you
dragon
meant
or just some
vampire.
kind of malicious spirit.
I thought you meant something else.
No. Thankfully, nothing of the sort.
Good.
Just dragons. Seriously though, I
We're
wonder
going.
what has to be in a drink for it to render someone like this.
I don't wanna.
Could be poison.
Please. Please don't make
Poison
me
sounds
knock you
about
out with
right,
something
yeah.
vampire.
Though,
But
I don't really know how much the drinks of this place, but I do know Skywing love their parties.
parties? You mean like, huh?
She's not wrong.
I mean, I'm guessing it's a lot different than whatever kind of festivities we have in the rainforest. Not that I've seen that many. There was a couple when I was there. Then there was um Fly is going to stare at the ceiling for a couple of seconds, open his mouth, and then look back at Icicle. Well, when we went back to rainforest, the Nightwing Village, they also had some kind of party about the boons and stuff.
Everyone
Can
has,
pretty much he's looking around, so you can tell he's a little sus when he's saying that.
everyone has parties, but it's just some tribes do it more than others. A little bit too much, if you ask me. She looks over to Rockslide on her left.
Really?
At least, well, mostly during Scarlet's time, there were parties seemingly every other week.
Strange. A few weeks ago, I was mostly convinced that all Skywings were some kind of threat. Now I'm just feels normal.
Why would you see us as a threat? Other than Scarlet being Scarlet.
History.
Hmm.
Which isn't saying much, but I'd rather not go into the details.
Well, I won't pry.
Although, do you know anything about the Northern Forest? Maybe you've heard of some Skywings going in there at some point?
Well, I heard about the raid on it.
Wait.
That was about
Fly
it,
just
though.
bats his eyes a little bit, see, and he just crosses under Icicle's legs.
Hey,
Wait, what do you mean the raid?
Just some raid that Scarlet demanded. Apparently some little batch of Rainwings, or... well... that's what we thought. Or that's what I thought, at least. I didn't
So
go.
you know different? Oh.
It's a-
Well, in that case, how common do you think this is in terms of, if everybody knows about this, or
I wouldn't say everybody knows about it, but I also wouldn't go around asking everybody.
probably for the best?
Ask a little too much and some dragons might get a little...
Right. Well, with so many dragons of all kinds staring around, you have no idea who's connected to who at this rate. It's a little dizzying.
Of course. Most dragons here like to stay out of any of the trouble. that's why they came here after all.
Well, that reassures me somewhat. And Fly is just gonna lean back on one of Icicle's legs.
She's cold. And spiky.
Fly is comfortable for about 0.5 seconds before he starts shivering and doesn't lean back on her anymore. Stands back on his feet. You're not very friendship, are you? He says, looking back at Icicle.
I wouldn't call me friend-shaped at all, no.
Fly is just gonna smile and poke at her. It's fine. It's the friend on the inside that counts.
Sure, let's go with that.
Well, thanks for the info. What? Sorry, I don't think I caught your name.
Oh, me? Oh, I'm Rockslide.
Rockslide. Right. Well, thanks again.
No worries.
Fly is just going to sort of put his back to Rockslide and go back to just... I don't know, I don't chit-chat with Icicle, probably.
I mean, you could also take off with Rosary and Vampire as they are dragged through the streets.
Yes. She
Chilling
is
with
still
Icicle just a
keeping a
little bit
good
longer.
grip on Vampire.
In fact, I'll have a...
Oh, shut up, you big baby.
Yeah, we'll have gone to help. He'll go with you.
Thank you, babe.
So... Whoa, okay. That's not at all.
Yeah.
Straight. That is obvious.
Yeah. Shoot, I forgot to turn on AFK.
With the bar clearing out, I suppose we can head on out.
More than gladly. Since we have to wrap up here anyways early.
Do follow me then.
Right, I shall. Though, don't suppose you could give me an idea of what to expect?
Expect nothing, but to be ready for anything.
I can work with that plenty. So I would very much follow her from there.
Alright, she's going to take you to the park.
Very well.
As for everybody else in the tavern...
I'm probably going to be leaving with Squall.
Alright, you would notice Oleander walk in as they actually pass out, or walk out.
Talking me specifically, or...?
No, she's going upstairs.
Okay.
But yeah, talking to you, yes. And anybody else is still in the siren song.
Yeah, like I said, I'll probably be leaving with Squall. I don't know enough about Solar or Oleander that I would care too much to check up on them.
Alright.
I just think they're busy.
Oleander passes through the curtains into your room. Solar. Thought somebody was outside, but I couldn't see anyone.
You just see me stabbing a piece of wood with the dagger.
You alright?
No.
Who is?
What'd you say? Who is?
Yeah. Yeah, like, who is right? What's wrong?
Oh. He chucks the wood onto the cushions and says, I'm not at liberty to say.
Keeping secrets from me.
Give her a glare.
Serious then, alright. Find out anything while you were out with them today?
Find out what the gem is. That's pretty much it.
That doesn't really help then.
Not really.
Just makes me wonder why she wants it more. In any case, it's getting late.
Indeed.
She walks over to the cushions and just flops onto them. This is getting tiring.
It is indeed.
You didn't happen to sneak any of those drinks up here, did you?
Come on now. You know I don't drink.
Fine, fine. Well, that's a bad time to go AFK. I was about to hit up that part.
Oof.
Bad time for who to go AFK?
That's right.
Oh, oops.
But yeah,
Oh well.
eventually everybody else in the tavern would head back to Rosary's house anyway.
Actually,
sure, right?
if you need a little bit of time, I can make some time with Squall outside.
Sure. If you guys want to talk, go right ahead.
Squall?
Yeah, what's up?
I think I might need a little bit of advice here. I'm just not sure what to make of everything. So, think about this. Fly's gonna hold out his hands and start counting one by one the information he's gathered. I've been asking people about rainwings from the northern forest, but so far, the most concise answers I've gotten is from a skywing. I'm guessing that I don't want to talk too much about, you know, what happened there, or try to seek out dragons that know about it in case, realize they haven't finished the job.
Hmm.
There was
And
also... Oh, no, I'm not gonna say anything.
if you need to add some to
No,
correct me
go
out of
ahead.
characters,
I mean,
Alva, you
it was a
can.
while ago, so.
Yeah, fair enough. Because there's all sorts of dragons here, and it really feels like the walls have ears. As much as I've been told that people want to get away from all this nonsense going on outside, especially with Rhyme and Retica maybe just lurking around the corner, I can hardly believe it.
There we go.
If anything, it feels like the great spot for all sorts of terrible people to hide in plain sight. Or maybe not terrible, just maybe not the ones we want hearing us right now.
Oh boy, that's pitch black.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation to be in. For sure, trying to get more information, but not making the wrong people interested in what you're asking about, I guess.
Even if I were to catch someone that knows everything I need to know, I doubt they'd give the information away willingly. And I don't even have a talent to point at their throat to threaten them. Not that I would really want to do that, it just feels wrong. Well, if anything, I know that I'm not crazy. And these things really did happen. No matter what Scarlet said. Still don't know what that's about. Maybe if we have some time after we deal with Retica, we find Mud Puppy. Oh, poor Mud Puppy. Maybe I can ask about. Maybe I can ask Darling. But right now, we need our energy, and we need to find our friend. Right?
Right.
In that case, the last one to Rosary's place is a sore loser. Let's go!
No!
And Fly just starts running off with a puff of
Please.
probably running right past vampires and Rosary.
Right.
Kind of hoping Squall would follow suit.
Alright, we're gonna move over to the map of possibility now.
I'm here. Hello.
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 It's really dark out tonight.
I successfully padded out the time.
I mean, he got back a little while
Look
ago.
at you.
But yeah, feel free to move where you are at.
It's
Most
time
of
to
you
go
guys-
home,
yeah.
vampire.
It's really
Sorry,
dark.
sorry.
Let me try.
Where is my token? No, I like the dark. It's a good vibe.
I mean, yeah,
Go darker.
I can
just
see in
don't
the
wanna-
dark.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be
Yeah,
too
but
dark, you know?
Yeah, but here's what you do. You give tokens a local light, like a light that just goes one square.
Fair enough. Alright,
So you can see the tokens, but you can't see the rest.
we're gonna move on to Stry 8 now. Stry 8, you are led into the center of the park here, yes? With
Yep.
Blade Singer. Just brought you. It's pitch black out here.
Fairly hard to see with a lack of lights around these parts. Surprised they don't have something set up.
I know where I'm going. I don't need the light.
I will admit, with you saying as much, does remind me. Something did seem off the way you looked about.
What was off?
Oh no. At first I thought I had to do something with either your mannerisms, or, given the look of your eyes from back then, one of the two spoke a sense that something wasn't quite up, quite
Clearly.
normal.
And yet, you've come to learn from me anyways.
I already said, I'm here to learn every last martial arts training that there is across this entire continent.
I cannot help you in your desire to learn how to fight like a Nightwing. But I can teach you how to fight them back.
Never know when I might need use of it, so I welcome that.
Then you will learn to fight like me. In total, utter darkness.
Stride is just gonna briefly look around and take very much note of how much there was a lack of light. The moons themselves vary either few and only one, none, whatever the case may be, and despite their waning.
It's a
If
special
you wish to add to that.
kind of night, I suppose. Not because any of the moons are new or not casting light. It's just very cloudy. Or even the moons don't shine through.
Plus, if I ever have to deal with some nightly troubles ever on my ventures, I'll be more than prepared.
Just keep an open ear.
You cut out that.
Just keep an open ear. That's all you have
That
to
all?
do. Every dragon makes a sound. They are loud, and very conspicuous. So use that against him.
And if they're more quiet, mindful,
Nobody is that quiet. Especially when they're right in front of you. In the midst of battle, no one can help but make a sound. Dragons roar, scream their battle cries all they like. And I expect you are no different.
in the midst of a fight, hardly can say no.
She starts
You
to.
make it a point they know me.
She starts to walk around the outside border of the stone here. That
So,
is very much obvious. But Enough talking now. You wish to learn? So it is time to teach you. Raise your blade.
Straight. Would draw for long fireball. Oh. She'd draw for vicious rapier for now, instead. She's here to learn, not to overdo, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Very well, but I'll use this one. Begin. As she strikes into her fighting stance.
It is in battle where one blade learns their stories. Begin.
Then learn mine. As Stride strikes forth into combat.
Yep. All right.
Initiatives?
We'll take this one a bit more simple.
Very well.
Of course, it is hard to keep sight of her because she is a Nightwing in the dark.
Right.
So good luck with that.
Disadvantage, I get it. Let me guess, 3 d20s like last time?
We'll do just that, yes.
Very well. Tell you what. We'll see how it goes per roll, and I will make certain sayings from there. So
Not only
let's go
do
with the
you have
first.
disadvantage, she has advantage.
Understood. Let's see. How do I adjust it for disadvantage now?
You should just be able to click and then click with
It asks you
disadvantage.
which way you want to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just use a regular attack roll then, or just flat d20.
Do your attack roll.
Very well. Just thought I'd make sure. First one is a 14.
Hers is a 23. You go towards the position you last saw her, and of course she's just gone.
Mm-hmm.
You look around, try to even listen around, but taking in her own advice, she is quiet and finds you, and of course is being more of a teaching asset here. She knocks you upside the head with the hilt of her rapier, and
Alright.
you strike at the open air, and there's nothing there.
Ah! Surprised you could see that one come in.
You never stand in one place too long. Go for the second one.
I'll hold your words to account then.
Jesus. Okay.
No, just another 14. Wow.
Well then, that's a draw. You hear her
So that's
coming.
a clash blade.
Yeah, you hear her coming this time, just barely in time, and swing around to parry her rapier. And end up pushing her away without her leaving a mark. Well then.
Little step. Thank you.
I can see why Red was defeated by you already.
I didn't expect one surprise from me at the very start. Glad I could make a similar impression.
That doesn't mean you're on my standards yet. May roll
The
again?
last part I couldn't make
Oh.
out. What did she say?
That doesn't mean you're up to my standards yet.
I'll reach there yet.
Third roll.
Dang, my rolls are just pitiful no matter
I
what.
mean-
Like I'm checking
Oh
the
my
the
God.
both rolls and it's like 6, 5, 9,
You haven't
5,
rolled
3,
above a
5.
10 at all.
I have not even rolled once above a 10.
Yeah, she gets a 24 this time.
Yeah, I expect.
Once again, smacking you with the hilt of her blade. This time on the other side. Another swing into nothing from you.
Overstepped.
Are you even listening? Perhaps you should
Gotta,
close your eyes and not worry
Getting a
too
little
much.
perhaps I'm getting a little too caught up then. Let's try to be taking several deep breaths. Closing her eyes accordingly. Ears adjusting.
Just you focus on her earlier words. Every dragon makes noise, no matter how quiet they are. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Brother, I cannot roll above a 10!
Yeah. Yeah, alright. Go ahead and
Do as you
actually...
will.
Yeah, go ahead and do your attack roll this time. We'll do the D... But this still disadvantage. Still disadvantage on the attack.
Her breathing fairly unsteady, trying to listen, but only hearing her own breath instead. She strikes.
At 21.
Damn.
This time, you think you hear her as she goes towards you. You strike to the left, but she actually comes from your right, and she ends up shoving you over. And there's the little sting of steel against the neck, but of course she's not actually going to threaten to kill you. Well, at least you tried.
The smallest gasp of surprise to be uttered at this motion, and and with it following a growl. Stride would try to make out in the direction of where it came from. I will keep trying, no matter what it takes.
You are very determined, I'll give you that much.
I have to be if I'm going to make my dreams a reality.
Clearly. Perhaps this is not the way.
What do you mean? As Stride starts to slowly get up.
Most of your kind ends up more or less having a trial by fire, yes?
Trial by fire is very much in our nature. Along with it, an effort to be better.
Fighting me and me alone will not teach you anything.
I don't
After all.
expect it to. I already having to learn from shore as it is. And I'm still having to practice that art. Despite various failings.
I do know that technique that you speak of. The Path of Indigo.
Try to very much trade out her glaive, her rapier for the vicious glaive, the one that belonged to Red, as added example. Shield away as well because of such. You'd be very much right on that one.
Oh, I need to. Oh shit.
One of the first ones after learning everything I did from the Skywings and Mudwings. And I feel I'm just that bit closer away from fully understanding it.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I gotta move on to the next. A twirl, then after the butt of her glaive to hit into the stone. The clink heard clear. I take it you'd probably know that very well, given you've fought against Red and taught him a thing or two.
Indeed, I do. There's one thing even they don't seem to understand sometimes.
And that is?
Water doesn't just flow. Much like you and your boundless anger issues, it can also crash. Much like a waterfall.
Anger issues? Quite the stab you're making with that remark.
I can tell by your blade alone. It is also angry. Because you are.
What? Inferior?
I never said that. And you're just proving my point.
Hear it one too many times, you start thinking, and every sentence will end with it. And every time, I seek to prove them wrong.
But what happens if you can't? And you're just another angry, flailing skywing who can't even get off their feet and fly.
Smoke to start seeping out from her nostrils and saying, There will not be a time.
She's
where
going
they
to
will
bop you on the
win.
nose since you're still angry. She can sense it.
Yeah.
You are still proving my point. You are a ball
I
of
don't-
anger. Always
gotten me.
burning.
Gotten me this far. I will burn.
Or will you crash and burn?
I try to hesitate in what to say to that. Fine, so what if I'm angry? What is that point supposed to be made? That I'm supposed to temper it or something?
You don't need to temper it. But you're getting angry for the wrong reasons.
I find it to be mad and angry about as it stands between Queen Scarlet, between my brother, and everything else that has been going on.
And what has
What?
been going on?
Still trying to prove them all wrong.
Of what? That you are not inferior. That you are the best Skywing in the entire world. The best fighter in the entire world. Because let me tell you right now, that is not true. Perhaps one day, yes, but currently no. You fight as if you are already at the top of the world. You must learn that you are still climbing that mountain.
Try to... Gritting at her teeth, though, ever so briefly, epiphany. Trying too hard on my whole superiority thing, you could say.
Perhaps you are.
Gritted teeth to a toothy smirk. Sure, I would continue. Fine. Fine.
I have no doubt.
And what if you're right?
Hmm?
And if you're so right about me playing up this whole idea of being already at the top of the ladder, the top of the mountain above them all, including yourself, as much as it seems I'm not, what should I do instead then?
Remind yourself you have a long way to go. Believe you are not, in fact, the superior in every fight. Keep your expectations of yourself low. And perhaps you may surprise yourself.
But what if that makes me look weak? Inferior?
If it makes you look weak, then perhaps your opponents will think too little of you.
And I can't let my friends down.
I'm blanking on the word. Damn it.
Underestimate.
Underestimate, yes, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
They may underestimate you. After all, there is a bit of a fire that is missing.
What was that last part you cut out again?
There's a bit of a fire that is missing.
Stride would only give an ever so off to the side huff of her smoke breath.
You and I are the same.
What? Literally or figuratively?
In this case, both. I can still breathe fire, but I'm not without my own disabilities.
I even try, it hurts. Feels like my lungs are crushing in. But beside the point,
A disability is only something that must be overcome. It is a challenge.
challenge I've been fighting and dealing with for as long as I can remember.
Both of us have been born with a defect.
And you can get by,
I can get
letting
by
others think
because
lightly of you.
I get by because nobody thinks high of me. Yes. I am a blind Nightwing. Other dragons think the darkness is not yet still my home. Just because I cannot see in it like the others. Blindness does not consume me. It consumes my opponents. Because they do not see the power that I reside. All they see is a weak dragon. And then they are surprised. Take that to heart.
One question. What of my friends then?
Your friends should already know your prowess. But it should not matter if they think you are weak. They will only want to be next to your side more.
Try to struggle with her hand on the glaive. I don't want them to think that way of me, though. I want to be the one there for them, not the other way around. But
But this is not a question you should ask me. You should be asking them. What do they see? Do they see a weak, defenseless Skywing? Or do they see their protector?
try to take a breath with eyes closed. Trying to think it over. And I'm actually going to open the floor to this interesting point of if anyone wants to chime in on saying something.
I mean, they're
About
not there.
Stride.
I mean, if you want to
I know
ask
they're
the
not there,
question,
but no. I'm saying
We're
is
not there.
I know you're not there. Shush. I'm
So
saying
we see
Stride
floor
is-
tank.
Stride is shut up. Stride is thinking back on her memories of what others have said, and with it, out of letting everyone else to essentially like say something if they want to.
what would
Otherwise,
they
I
have
can-
said? Yes, something like that.
Yeah, just calling back on memories.
What kind of memories does everyone have of Striate so far?
Or have said to her.
A very troubled dragon, but one worth being friends with nonetheless.
someone who I'm happy to be friends with and so happy to not have an enemy out of.
Squall. Nothing. I'll take it.
Sounds
for
about
that.
right.
That'll do.
Just a
That'll do
little
because of
scream.
the situation.
Just a little scream of Squall just echoes in your mind.
Kim. But as Stray recalls the rest from their vampire, Fate Hunter, Shay even.
You did have
Calmness.
you did have
Sorry.
a heart-to-heart with Vampire at one point.
Yeah, especially that. Very recently.
Mm-hmm.
Well, considered me humbled then.
Oh, Jay's here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I mentioned that. I'm surprised everyone didn't notice.
I've been too busy.
I didn't hear the join song come.
Yes, I found a nice little bucket to take a nap in, and it was a nice nap.
Hey, Che, you want to repeat what you said last time about being family?
About being family? I don't remember what that was.
Not Che, sorry. Sorry. Vampire. My brain. Sorry.
Yes, there you go.
Me. Prince of Vampire said something about. They probably said you were cool. You're cool. You're a wonderful fighter. And did they ever touch upon straight family drama?
A little.
And that they hope that they can find some closure too.
Stray would slowly open her eyes and, with a deep breath, mention out. Find a little bit of peace. I haven't been listening to the as much as I should have been. Or rather taking it to heart as strongly as I should. It's like finding a fire that you didn't ever knew you had.
When you can
Blade
see...
Singer.
When one can only see darkness, they turn to their hearing, their touch, or how those words feel. You are not
Something-
blinded by darkness. You are blinded by fire. Open your ears. And may the
Right.
fire part for you.
A little echo in her mind races along in those words. A certain dark figure from before in their dreams. And try to utter out. I was said to be born in fire. Departed to walk in it. Fine. If that is what is wanted, you all shall have it. I had rather dance through it, though. Lethally, if you don't mind not.
That is one way to put it.
Considered me humble then, Blade Singer, and thank you as well on this lesson. Estrite gives a modest bow from there, and thanks.
She has no reaction.
Even if she can't see it. The steps and movements perhaps
But
easy to hear.
She can't see you, like, or sense you bowing.
Fine.
She's not an earthbender.
Yes, she is. What are you talking
Shush.
about?
What if she is, though?
Like,
Just waves hand in front of face. Anyways. Still. Doing it anyways, all the same. Even if she can't see it.
I'm going to return home now. Do find me later, perhaps. If you need more humbling. I will gladly knock you upside the head several more times.
Beware the bite that comes back.
Good luck with that.
I won't need.
And
Let's
she,
try what lets her go.
yeah, all you see is the stars underneath her wings as she walks past and into the darkness, disappearing.
Now it's only a matter of testing this out myself at some point to practice it. I might have an idea how to do it. Maybe vampire. As Stry would think over the lesson and start taking her own walk home to Rosary's house. Think of that as you will, everyone. That is that.
Hey, yo.
I'm gonna move Che also to the house if that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't imagine too much will be going on here.
Not likely.
Pretty much Fly is going to be ahead of everybody.
Before we get to that, one
rolling-
second. I need to do this real quick. Thank you both Spectre and Aaron for subbing, guys. Seriously, I appreciate
We
it.
got
Yay.
subs? What?
Yay.
Let's go!
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, I wanted to wait until a good moment to do that because stopping it to say that would be
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
Big sub.
not amazing. But yeah, thank you, really. Anyway,
Wonderful. Anyways, yes. So I was just gonna go ahead and say Fly probably goes and finds a good spot to deploy his cushions into and just huddle on for the night. That's it.
The
So
cushion
he's
for it has
most-
been built.
The cushion fort has been built. Fly is inside of them, sleeping soundly, and yeah, do not disturb the child. Probably before anyone else arrives, most likely.
yeah, Stray would be the last one home. Vampire is probably flattened on a couch.
Still fucking drunk, yep.
They're just flailing.
God. Can someone
God,
please
no.
help me hold him down or hold them down? They wouldn't stop flailing this entire time.
And then all of a sudden, Rose would feel Vampire grab and hug their arm.
Vampire, let go!
Yeah. But you're so
Let-
funky.
Let go of my arm. She would then just begin flailing her arm, trying to wiggle it out.
It's like, well, since Vampire's not really a strong boy, they get Rosary gets out pretty easily, and Vampire's just sad. They look like they might actually cry.
Now I feel bad.
Don't fall for it. That's the point.
I might have to go get some water later, but I think vampires should be fine if they just rest here.
Still
At least
fucking
tomorrow I
spazzing
got
out.
good plans of my own I'm gonna make, if we can make for it.
I mean, depends on what those plans are.
I need to get some more aromatic.
I mean, that's not a bad idea. You might need more.
Well, given I'm gonna be needing to write some more on the Nightwing side of things, for starts, it's gonna be fascinating.
Well, you guys can help yourselves to whatever cushions you want. I'm going to be in my room.
Although I do wonder, should I be the alarm?
For...
Ever heard of bagpipes in the morning?
Oh god, that's going to make everyone just be so upset in the morning, but knowing how deep asleep some people might be... Oh, what the heck, Stride, go ahead. I've heard worse.
You absolute devil. You know that, right?
Oh, I know.
Did not expect you, of all cinnamon-picked goody-goodies types, to actually say something like
What? Oh, never mind. I'm not even going to talk about that.
I will make it a point to retire. This gash on my side is gonna take a little to heal.
Do you want me to try and patch that up for you before you sleep? Or...
Actually, I should probably go for a R1D4 on that one. She
Damn.
did leave a little bit of a mark.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll heal. I'm not going to be worried too much about that. That wasn't as bad as most unpleasant reminders.
Fair enough. Well, get plenty of sleep then.
If anything, too, it'll be a nice mark to remember by. Let's see. I never slept in one of these hammocks before. May as well try.
They're pretty comfy.
Maybe I'll practice something else later tonight. We'll see.
You know what? I want to do a funny. Do a acrobatics check.
Sure. The one time I decided to roll more than 10.
Nice.
Wow.
Maybe
even-
that humbling did teach her something after all.
Maybe. Not even a
Holy.
stumble. It's like you test it at first. It's just like it wobbles a little bit, but you end up getting in just fine without much of a problem.
Yeah. Yep. I think I'll enjoy this nice little. Ooh. Maybe a little rest wouldn't hurt after today. Try to just drift off from there.
Any last words for tonight?
Is that a threat?
Maybe it is. Ha ha ha.
Wait, is there seriously no effect for?
What, asleep?
Well, there was a. Yeah, I'm surprised there
Right
isn't
here.
one. I'm not seeing it. For
It's
some
the
reason.
first one.
Oh my god! I was expecting sleep, not a sleep. All
B
right,
sleep.
B sleep,
A.
C sleep,
S sleep.
Ace, F.
Sleep.
With
Anyway,
the extra sleep. Anyways, yeah. So, I was gonna ask as well. After all that,
mhm.
what is the percentage? Is it a flat or a roll?
I mean, you get the ability to learn it now. So,
I just figured
That-
there'd be
that's-
like a starting percentage. I was just gonna say like 5.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Just like it's begun.
You start at 5%, but it takes the equivalent of 105% rather than what it would have previously.
Ouch.
Damn.
Yeah, I gotta go 105% to be the best.
So
Alright.
there's effectively no change.
Especially because she just did poorly.
Hmm.
She had the poor rolls.
Hmm.
Anyways, anyone else? Last minute things?
I'm asleep, man.
Asleep.
Me.
Mimir.
The Z's have fallen over.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm looking at
That's
the
it.
calendar now, and it's like the festival might have to be like a whole month away. Actually, now that I
Uh-oh.
remind
Oh,
myself.
what?
Yeah, I mentioned
Uh-oh.
the festival before, but yeah, we're in Solus. Keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned the Lunar Festival. The next month is Lunas.
Whoops.
What's-
Yeah, we're not gonna be here.
That's perfectly fine. In fact, it's Solus, so
What's Solus about the
Take
festival?
solace in the fact that we will not be here for Lunas.
No.
oh my god.
Solus Festival could literally be just, you know.
Alright, hold on. I need to kill Squall with about 50 damage dice of psychic damage. Hold on.
Bye.
Rest in peace.
Did none of you get that pun?
Yeah.
366.
Exactly. Anyway,
Beep.
we can keep a festival. In fact, we can make it the Solar Festival. That's a bit better, honestly.
Alright.
Okay.
That's about me.
Ha!
Yeah, it's your festival.
It's your
Ah,
festival.
yes.
It's Solar's festival. Amazing.
Hey, he was born that day, probably. I don't know. But
I mean,
yeah.
Who knows?
we could go too far, and we could do the Festival of Fate.
The Festival of Faith. Oh no.
Which
thank you.
one?
All right. Anyway, we're moving on to the next day, Solus the 9th.
Oh boy.
Day breaks, and in fact,
Who's gonna fix it?
shut up.
Stop. Just stop.
No, okay.
I'm gonna break you.
So I'm gonna make it a point to wake up first since I was asleep first. I'm going to try to what do I do? I'm gonna climb over the house to get a vantage point over the environs and also to sort of reminisce of something that feels a little like, you know, the rainforest into the canopy since the whole thing is made of leaves. So it feels a little familiar.
All right. Just on top
And
of
I
the
am,
house.
yeah, pretty much. I'm very much
chilling.
doing this so that I do not get surprised by the bagpipes in the morning.
That's suspecting it's going to happen.
Bagpipes.
You still get
Because
disadvantage because you're not expecting it. You're just gonna fall off the roof instead.
Fair enough.
not only I'm mostly saying that because you see Tavoth in the back here. She's actually right here.
Oh god.
So
I mean, Fly wouldn't know about the whole bagpipes in the morning thing, so he's just going there to chill.
I know. I'm mostly saying this for Draken's well-being. Because if you blow those bagpipes, I swear to God. You better be prepared for your own obituary.
One of my favorite sayings: "Your actions have consequences."
Darn.
Play it. Play
Speaking
it.
of consequences.
Honestly, yeah.
Alright, start to wake up.
Yeah.
And the rest-
Anybody can honestly start to wake up.
Yeah.
Tavoth is sleeping in a
Definitely.
little bit though.
Definitely a different kind of sleep. A little bit more relaxed. Different. Try to almost follow up on what she said before noticing Tavoth there in the doorway like a friggin' dragon at the entrance of a cave, as it were.
What noise?
Quite the snorer.
You know,
I'm a
it was, but why do I get the
Fight.
sneaking suspicion she heard me last night?
Tavoth has sleep apnea.
Cannon.
So
Cannon.
Fly is going to notice Rosary
Well,
going
there
out
went that idea.
and just shout from the rooftop, "Hey, Rosary!"
Hi, Fly. Are you trying to meditate?
I was just looking, maybe, trying to find a good place for us to, set up what we
Go?
said we would.
Not quite sure where the best place would be, but we could just spend some part of today trying to find a suitable location.
Fly is going to jump down the roof next to her. Sort of fluttering down with his little wings and just landing on the ground in a little puff of smoke. Not smoke, a puff of dust. Yeah. Well, honestly, I really don't know where we would. Because although I know how to trap beasts, this, and he turns around to point at the house, is the closest thing to a tree anywhere around here. It's not quite my environment.
Something tells me you would probably just find where I'm from to be a lot more up your alley, but
Oh?
for
What's it like?
it's more so like a jungle than anything. But
I like the
It
sound of
is-
that already.
it is fairly poisonous. So I cannot guarantee that you'd be, safe or alive.
It
Well,
is
there's quite a few creatures.
exceedingly dangerous.
Do it.
I mean, okay. I'm still gonna say my line.
Skill issue.
I mean, there are quite a few hazards in the rainforest too. A little different from the northern forest.
Oh, look, it's
From
a
one of the
yawning
rainforests,
vampire.
you don't get winters.
True. But it is exceedingly dangerous unless you are, resistant to poison or know someone who can guide you through it.
Okay, hold
I
on.
would not recommend.
There's a bit of a misconception here. It's not called the poison jungle because it is a poisonous jungle. It's just that
It-
everything
It's
in
people.
it can and will kill you. Everything.
Oh, quick bit. Completely forgot to mention. I'm gonna tune that copper circlet of crabominable.
Crab.
The copper circuit of Crabominable Constitution. Yes,
Yeah, that's
Alright.
attuned.
got it.
Since that was
My
a night.
favorite crab.
Crab.
Well,
Well, it won't be your
If we
favorite after
go-
you put on that ring.
oh boy. If you go there one day, would you show me around?
Sure, I can't promise anything, but
I can't promise.
I
you'll
mean, you
live
know
very
I'm quite
long.
capable.
I can't promise that you'll survive on the way, but
Don't look down on me like that.
No, I'm saying it because it's very dangerous.
Hmm.
I'm not saying you're going to die. I'm just saying there's a 98.7% chance we're all going to die.
Yeah.
Fine. I guess we can think on that later.
But let's wait for the others to show up before we try to figure out a good place for our plan. I think
let's-
they should still be in the house.
Right, let's go. Oh, everybody's in here.
Yeah?
Is Vampire still asleep?
Yes, they are still
Is
asleep.
Vampire the only one still asleep?
I think so.
And
Yes.
the
Fly's gonna go up to Vampire and cup his hand under his lower jaw and just lift his head like that. Just looking at if he's going to wake up from that.
vampire slowly stirred.
You okay, Vampire?
Shame is. Oh, dang it. Oh, you didn't want me to do funny.
What was the funny?
Like, Shay would make like a bowl of his essence and just like put your hand in it.
Drip it. It was so cold. That's. Oh, hi guys. Did I?
Fly's going to jump back at Vampire, just going.
Bowl of goo.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. But I did have a weird vision in my dreams.
Vision.
A vision?
Oh.
Basically, I had a vision where Table transformed into some. Well, Table transformed into a giant piece of dirt, and just started chasing us as a dirt ball. But then the dirt ball became chicken, and I came in at the last minute to save you by eating Table. By eating Table. Yeah, that was a vision.
Vampire.
Well, that's a
I
bizarre
think
dream.
that's a
That's a vision.
nightmare.
It feels just like a strange dream. Maybe a nightmare, even.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a difference.
Oh. Oh.
Ah.
So what I'm getting at is Tavon will not turn to a giant meatball.
No.
No.
Thankfully
Teva
not.
Still Teva.
In fact, she's still over there, in the music room.
Mind you, that would probably make it a lot harder for Redica to get her grubby little paws on her. But...
Vision is a sign of things to come. What you described is not a vision.
But anything can be possible. Tell me it's not possible for Tavon to turn to a giant meatball.
Yes.
If it does happen, we're in a lot more trouble than actual benefits.
Yeah.
Ah,
But-
with that, I'm starving. Is there any of this food left from yesterday?
There's
If
always
not,
more
there's
that we have.
plenty of fruits and veggies.
Oh, fruits. I love fruits in the morning.
Oh, I had another vision. Never mind. I had another vision just prior.
Okay.
Is it a vision or is it a dream?
Well,
I don't think this one could tell.
nah.
Why is being
Let's
your
take-
presence granting me strange dreams?
I think it might be my psychic abilities, but I had a strange dream where where Redica was slaughtered by Rosary, then Rosary became the leader of the world, and Rosary became a kingdom, a queen, and then she took over the world, and then she became evil, and then I don't know. I woke up to that.
Involve chicken.
There was no chicken involved.
Vampire?
She even bear chicken in that dream. The horror.
Vampire?
Yes.
You could just see Rosary looking extremely confused and concerned.
Fly is just there eating some fruits, and he just infatuated by Vampire's crazy stories. He just holds up one fruit to Teva, saying, "Want some?"
What the fuck is my blood bubbling about?
I have a strange craving for chicken right now.
What's it? You want it?
Fly to look at the fruit he's handing her, realizing it's not chicken, and then just taking it back. All right then.
Vampire, I hope you know that I would never do any of those things in 4,000 or whatever years. Me taking over the world, you have to be on something.
You forget that that one there
Alcohol.
drank the dragon flame cacti juice.
Yes, and I had to drag them all the way over here while they were kicking and screaming.
Out of character.
They said they'd handle it.
Drink.
I guess I was mistaken.
It'll quench you.
It's
It's the
Quenchiest.
quenchiest.
It's the quenchiest.
Quenchiest.
By the way, Fate Hunter. Oh, that's right. Damn.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to ask him next time.
Yeah, we'll have to ask him.
Well, I'm gonna throw that in the list of need to do with Fate Hunter, this thing.
I suppose we should move on. Find some food.
Yes.
Perhaps
Yeah.
find a good spot for your little master plan.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's see, if I remember correctly, we were gonna set up that trap. So, Tavov, ready to get angry?
Once we're going to wait a little longer.
Depends how much. I'm trying to remember how much longer we wanted to wait. Tries to think it over a little bit, since we never did give a specific date. I know we were thinking about dealing with Rhyme by that whole previous method of the whole solar festival and all.
But we need to find Mud Puppy. That takes precedent.
We would need to gather some intelligence on that. That means we would have to start wandering around and interact. See what we happen across.
Perhaps look for more information.
What about our plan?
Not much of a plan that we can enact without at least some idea of what to expect, possibly.
The more we know, the better prepared I can be.
That's
What?
true enough.
Cut out there.
I
for
just
me.
don't know where to start.
The more we know, the more prepared I can be.
Yes.
Well, if we're where to start, we already know that Redica came from the north, so if we go north of town, we can start with mingling, see who we can find, get some answers.
I guess there's some merit to that.
Though along the way, I'm hopeful I can just stop on by one of those market stalls. I do want to get some aromatic before we continue.
What kind?
I don't know. Something that's speaks Nightwing.
As
Huh?
you guys are talking, however, Solar
Speaking
actually.
of, we're missing someone.
Speaking
We're
of missing
missing-
someone, Solar and Oleander are actually going to run into the front door.
Just as we were about to make our walk.
I need to
Well,
add
this
her.
is awfully convenient.
Oh, hey, you guys.
Hey, Solar!
Morning, all.
Good morning.
I didn't mention this yet because we never got to that point in
What?
the side thing with the Solar, but Solar, a little something happened near the inn, not too far away from it. Y'all might recall, well, you probably wouldn't know his name, but it's one of those Skywings that Striate was pestering yesterday.
Oh, those Skywings.
What about it?
I'm gonna send you something.
Uh-oh. Something's happening. Something secret.
Well, I want it to come from his mouth, not mine.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Wait, which Skyway?
It's hard to tell, but you wouldn't recognize him. You only recognize him because he was one of the ones that left last night from the inn.
Oh, okay.
You won't know his name.
Gotcha. There was a dead Skywing over by the inn.
What?
A dead Skywing.
Not just
Uh,
Excuse me?
one of the Enclave.
a dead Skywing was found at the end.
I should have.
Near the end.
Yeah, I should have mentioned one of the Enclave members.
Did you guys just come from there?
We did. Yes.
What time?
Don't know.
Well, I'm assuming it had to be overnight in that case.
It must have been sometime last night. Yes.
Maybe after we all left, but
You should come see it.
right.
Right.
It might have something to do with our investigation.
All the more reason to.
Fuller gives a little huff at that.
I feel we might not have that much more time to gather our information in that case. It's starting to already fall upon us. We might end up being the ones trapped.
What's the holdup?
Let's see.
You of
Fuller-
Volkswagen should probably... I don't know anymore. Honestly.
There's a dead Skywing from the Enclave.
I don't really know much about this Enclave, but
I don't either. I'm not a Skywing.
Anything distinguishable about them?
they're mostly the armored ones. And you would know Rockslide from last night is the admiral of them.
We best go check on it immediately then.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a start of something at least. It's a shame it had to happen like this. Let's go.
Let's leave.
Am I
All right.
staying
Uh,
again?
If you want to join us, then you're more than welcome to.
well, if we find a perpetrator, it'd be more firepower.
Mm-hmm.
And if for some reason it turned out to be Redika's doing, it would help to know if whatever mark they left is distinguishable.
Come, I
Unless
will
Reddick
then.
is a dragon.
Well, that was a one heck of a slam on the ground, as if she's like, that piqued my interest.
That wasn't me hitting it. I think that was cheesy.
And
Uh-huh.
All right.
So,
We'll move
let's
to
go.
the main map. Down at the southeast. You
I'm
guys
gonna make
will
it a
see.
point to down to the southeast,
Yeah.
paying away.
You can
Oh,
see the
hi, Ollie.
congregation of Skywings on the map.
Oh, I see all them.
that
Taking flight into the sky and noticing as much, try it would fly on over.
Can we? I was gonna say that Fly wants to get on Stride's back just to be into the action again. That okay with you?
Do long
Also
rest if
got-
it means anything. Yes.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take fly from there and be the one to bring them along. I'm especially gonna need that long rest because hit dice are important to me.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Long rest.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Once you all
Upon-
arrive, you can see the mass congregation of Skywings, civilian dragons alike. Most of the Enclave are just keeping everyone back, while Admiral Rockslide stays closest to the corpse of what once was Hawk, the Skywing that, again, for y'all's reminder, had a little,
I remember Hawk.
yeah, that little thing with Hailstorm when you guys first got here. His body is mangled and torn open, armor thrown aside.
Oh God.
There are
Next.
claws, like claw marks along the scales. There's bite wounds along the scales all over.
And the area in close proximity.
Mostly the softest parts of a dragon, you know, the
The underbelly.
the underside of his neck.
And whatever around the corpse.
Whatever around
Signs
it.
of struggle, battle, what?
Hardly much other than some claw marks just on the stone. His weapon is off to the side. And another note. Well, no, that's pretty much it.
Questions. All right. Since
I
I'm
mean,
not sure what to make. So, questions are going to be the following. The weapon of his, what is it?
a spear.
The spear itself, broken in any way?
Completely fine.
Not even a trace of blood on the end of it.
No blood.
Frost marks anywhere?
Without getting close to the body, it would be hard to tell.
Understood.
In that case, while Strider's trying to get a good
Hold
look,
up, hold up,
going
hold
to-
on. Where are you
Oh.
going, little one?
I was gonna explain.
You walked right next to him.
I did. Okay, I
Like, you're on the
Wait,
left side.
wait.
Yeah.
I know him. I need to talk to. That's Roxlight, right?
Yes.
May I? Well, what happened here?
What do you think happened?
It's like the Skywing's dead, but
Yes.
Skywings don't just die like that.
He was
Right?
murdered. Clearly.
Whoever did this clearly wanted him to suffer a whole lot.
Does it look like that? What did you guys see?
See.
Oh. Hmm?
See what? We split up on our patrol, and
So he was alone.
Trolls are usually handled in pairs. Where's the other one? Or is there no other one that was with...
thanks to
Let's
your
try.
thanks to your shenanigans, Skywing,
What?
the one who was supposed to go with him, felt sick from their drink.
Are you implying one of us spiked his drink?
That is a suggestion, not one I was saying. We all drank those. Even you.
If questioning my actions that night to invoke this matter, I dare say you'd be wrong. And I for sure had no motive.
Well, whatever it may be, whatever it was, it had them split up for a little bit, and now...
Wait, what was it that made them split up? The drink?
Yes,
He felt
apparently,
Oh,
apparently my antics had certain consequences that I could not even remotely foresee. I guess my questioning on top of that has caused more problems than I expected.
wait.
Hold on now, what's going on over here? Rock slide approaches.
But I mean, that means someone must have had their eyes on him this whole time, just waiting for the time to strike, right?
This is a special case.
Clearly, since normally, I'd imagine dragons wouldn't normally attack other dragons doing guard duty.
Well,
We haven't had a murder like this in a long time. Hell, I don't think
Rockside,
I've...
if I'm told right, this one was supposed to be paired up with another, correct?
Yes.
And that one was sick from their drink a night or two ago.
Well, after they went on patrol, all four of them having drunk a little too much, maybe. He looks to them all and they all just kind of sulk a little bit. It doesn't help that this isn't a normal thing.
No, it really wouldn't be, especially since this happened only a day later and was during patrol, and this one was supposed to be apparently with another that was absent. However long that may have been, it looks like it was long enough for this to happen. Nonetheless, save off. If you gentlemen don't mind, this one here, I would like it if this one here could see this one's body.
I'm not so sure about that.
Would it make it more helpful if I just say it outright bluntly? I was asking certain questions that may have caused this whole situation.
oh, you think?
Given the questions I was asking, I wouldn't be surprised if a certain someone we know is wanting to keep their trail well hidden and gone.
You think you may know more about what happened here?
I can only hope that I'm right about this, and even then it doesn't fill me with any sense of joy in the slightest.
Wait. Let's stop talking about this.
What?
I just don't know who or what may be seeing or listening.
Well, I remember the
even
time
know.
you were under the table.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the conversation I had?
I know, I understand. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They had no idea I was under the table. Did you guys?
Unrelated.
Not
What
unrelated.
is your question, though?
Because if they didn't know I was there, then maybe we don't know. Someone's just looking at us right now.
That's preposterous. We have the streets secure.
Whoever we're dealing with, we have no idea what they're capable of. The only thing we've known so far is that they are beyond anything we even know, anything we even understand.
Daffodil, Vampire, would you two be kind? Estrai would look toward him, already giving the impression that it wouldn't hurt to have a look around.
Must be quite secure. We have a guard. We don't know what killed them.
I can do that very much so.
Appreciate it.
Rainwing.
Vampire's not there. They're currently mute. But you can probably presume similar. Albeit more giddy and looking to probably get the bad guy.
Fair enough. I'll have the two of them go cloaked and vanish for now.
Mm-hmm.
Looking around.
So, you were trying to say fly?
I simply don't know if they're listening. If someone's listening to what we're saying.
And that's exactly what I'm wondering about myself, since the questions I asked were particularly sensitive. I didn't expect it to happen this way, though.
So many things, so many corners for people, for dragons to hide into. They
We're
don't
on
even
the
need
edge
to
of
hide. They can just be...
possibility.
Admittedly, that is one of the safer spots, yes.
Not some alleyway.
Still. I'm a little wary of how quickly information spreads around here.
Fine, you can look at it. The body. But don't touch anything.
Sounds like a good place for it.
That's a promise.
Paint Hunter, Che, Tavoth, you three would probably be better understandable of figuring a little bit more than I would have. Che, you know about your side of of wherever you came from. Fate Hunter knows his fair share of magic, and Tavoth here, if it turns out who we think it is leaving their mark, well, I'd imagine you would know right away, wouldn't you? As Stry would go through each of them before finally landing on Tavoth with that final question.
She's already looking over the ground.
Rockslide, if you must know, we are currently tailing a certain individual that has very dangerous dealings.
You don't say.
I mean, the work that they may have left behind here could have been just that.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing any lightning or ice damage here. Oh, watch it, watch it. Uh-oh.
Anything that your rival would enjoy in using it, rather than their own.
Renica takes pride in controlling her victims, not outright killing them.
So if it isn't Retica, then someone else committed this.
Whether or not it's probably in Redica's name is another question.
Some of the guards speak up a little bit. It's gotta be those twins. What, you think? The Ice Wings? Yeah, it's gotta be them, right?
Wait,
Pull all sorts of stunts.
what kind of stunts?
Rockslide speaks up. Like breaking into a magic store.
But anything related to killing, murdering, mauling, maiming.
Especially in a matter like this.
If they want to take anything, they'd take it by force, but they wouldn't kill anyone for it. At least I don't think so. They haven't done that yet.
So
Though it's
he's
not like-
very weird.
It's
That's
not like
too much
Hawk,
attention.
though it's not like Hawk had much to go for.
This is Retica.
We don't know for certain, and unfortunately, possibly yes, but like Tavoth said, controlling. So maybe not directly.
Mm.
And you said does Reddick have a penchant for playing with their food even?
Sorry.
That's a bit harder to say. She was supposed to be my ally after all.
All right. And you mind to throw a Arcana check or whatever you want for Fate Hunter's own thing?
I'm gonna say an Arcana check is actually going to fail anyways.
All right.
Investigation, anybody? Will work.
I did do mine, but I don't think I can garner too much from that. Maybe just the minimal.
Yeah, a 13. Yeah, the body's fucked.
Oh,
This body
Ray is a
is
little better.
fucked.
Che gets a closer look.
Because I've seen it there too.
Yeah.
Seeing the slime get closer, I just let it do its thing as I can just barely hold back the, I don't know, the sickness from my stomach as I keep looking at the
getting down
mangled
with
dragon.
the sickness.
No, that's not.
Hold on.
That's
okay.
not good. Not good at all.
As Che
This
looks,
is giving me flashbacks.
as Che looks over the body, the wounds seem infected.
Anything you're noticing there, Che?
There's an infection here.
Infections.
What?
All right. 2 ideas then. Rosary, you have a gift to speak to. You are a little bit more in tune with nature, yes?
Yes, I would argue that I am the most in tune with nature. Why?
2 things. 1, if that's an infection, I feel like you might be better knowledgeable on whatever it may be. And 2, I don't suppose any of the surrounding what may be left of natural plant life can tell you anything.
Well, I can
Good
try.
point.
Especially if it is an infection, that would probably mean poison or anything else would be at work.
Unless you, Che, are also feeling adept at understanding this sort of stuff. Albeit I don't know what you're good at, Solar.
I have my suspicions of Tuli done this already.
And that'd be, if you don't mind to share.
Unfortunately, I do.
And even then, you said you had suspicions, so who comes to mind?
Solar just kind of stamps his paw on the floor.
If you know something, speak up.
Not the time to be secretive, Solar.
I'm gonna offer a chance at... No. Wait. Solar, if there is something of note to mention, we already have 1 body, and I don't think we need another on the list.
I
As for
can't
tapping
see anybody around.
Maybe they've already come and gone. Quick to leave as soon as the deed was done.
Yeah, you can do a medicine check as well, Rosary.
Go.
And you may want to double down on
Oh, well,
here.
You might want to double down on a nature check since
Yeah.
I imagine.
Where does the infection
Nature as well, or just medicine, Zavi?
Hold on. What was that, Che?
Where does the infection seem to start?
With a 14, you're not getting that answer.
Okay. Is there anything in the wounds other than the infection?
With your earlier 22, you do see some fangs stuck in the flesh.
There it is.
So with the details that
just gonna pull
Shay-
it out.
Hey, don't touch that!
But as I was asking, nature check as well, or
You can, if you're asking the
Was-
plants, you can just talk to
Yeah.
them. You don't need a nature check to ask the plants.
Just thought I'd
first
check.
reason, gonna ask the plants nearby. Did anything happen last night? Did you see anyone
Oh
come
no, it
down
was
here?
very dark. It was like very, very, very dark. But I did kind of saw like 2 dragons. Yeah, there was like 2 dragons, and then there was one, and then there were 2 again. But it wasn't the same one.
So 2 different dragons.
Yeah. And then the other guy came back, and he was like, "Oh gosh."
So 2 different dragons. One of them came back, and somehow this guy is dead.
And then there were 2 other guys. They were like really short. And then the other dragon came back. And then I don't remember what happened after that. Do you? No, I don't. No, we don't know what happened after that.
Oh, I'm gonna assume that's when the murder took place.
Out of character, how do plants see?
I was gonna ask the same
Well,
question.
Look. I was not
I don't think
expecting
plants
to
would
do
have
plants
issues-
properly.
I don't think plants would have issues with it being dark. I think they would just like
Like, did they
sense
hear?
things.
Or,
No,
well,
they'd be
not
like,
hear, but
Man, I'm
sense.
hungry. I wish the sun would come out.
Did you catch all that at least?
Kinda? Yeah.
2 dragons, 1 dragon, then 2 dragons, a new one. Then 2 little things.
2 little guys.
Yeah, 2 little guys. Then the other dragon came back. And then that's all they remembered.
Well,
Dude.
that's better than nothing.
Yeah, and then they all just kind of left this guy.
Sleepy.
He's kind of tasty.
Oh my god.
Plants. What can we do?
He's
outside-
decomposing. The plants are eating him. It's all good.
Yeah.
Next.
Everything's going back to nature.
Next,
China's
Fly made
going
his
to
own.
assume-
I did make a
Energy
medicine
from this.
check.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
What are you checking out?
I'm with Che pointing out that it's an infection. I'm actually taking a deep breath and trying to look more closely at the wounds, seeing what they would have been caused by, if it's anything that rings a bell.
The problem here is, it's not that you can't.
Like, if
well,
there's anything that it looks like it could have been made by, theoretically.
Okay, no. The problem here is it's not that it's like a disease or something that you can figure out. It's unrecognizable. While
Why'd you call it an infection?
well, because it's an infection. I don't know how to.
It's an infected wound.
It's an infected wound, yes. But that's pretty much all you can get out of it. It's not like
It's an affected wound.
sure something along those lines.
Oh,
I'm not.
sorry about
I'm
that.
not a professor in biology or
You're not a what is the term? There's probably some sort of freaking field that's all about examining corpses. A mortician and such.
a mortician.
Forensics.
Forensics, yeah.
Forensics is more like it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
a forensics expert.
Let me look something up, actually.
So as Strite notices Rosary come out of her state, whatever it may be, for her conversation with the plants, Strite is just gonna ask. And it looks like you're back with us.
Yep, that
And?
was quite something.
I'd imagine
So
talking
we
fast.
might have 2 dragons responsible for this.
Okay. Okay.
Or 2. Pardon?
Sorry. Go ahead.
It seems we might have 2 culprits for this. But because it was so dark, you probably can't really see all that well. They couldn't really recognize who was doing it, but I mentioned that 2 dragons were there initially. 1 left. Then the other guy came back, but every time a new dragon appeared, it wasn't the same one before. So,
And any of them were different in any way?
well, they kept saying they looked different. Like it wasn't the same 2 dragons. But they
Anything
also
about
mentioned...
size or stature or anything?
Well, they mentioned that 2 little or 2 smaller people, I don't know if they were dragons or similar to fly, came. So we...
Okay. I have found
So-
something. There are diseases that normally inhabit a corpse, especially after some time.
Okay.
Alright. Okay. So we have an idea of about 1, 2 dragons of some kind under suspicion, whoever or whatever they are, and 2 smaller ones of some kind,
Maybe.
whatever it may be, for those. It could have been just another pair of scavengers. If they ever came around these parts, though I doubt they would want to wander anywhere here.
Yeah, so who was that then? I mean,
I don't know.
we know of one, but
And
Well, we...
Daffodil, you said that you couldn't find anything either, not even a trace of anything that came and went.
The problem here is, real quick, these diseases usually take a little bit of time to develop within a corpse.
oh, so basically my question to you would be how long was this ago?
So essentially, you're doing an analysis of the length of time the corpse has been through the process of degeneration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Decomposition.
Point of decomposition can determine a lot.
Essentially, basically the same way I would try to gauge if how long ago a beast was killed by another beast or something like that.
The guy who was here when he came back is actually this one here. He says he came back and saw him dead 2 hours before dawn.
Okay, but from my observations, what do I get, Zali?
From your observations,
Mm-hmm.
that this kind of disease does not settle in this quickly. This corpse has been here since 2 hours before dawn, which was
Who knows?
6 hours ago.
So the guy here is telling me 2 hours before dawn, and the corpse is telling me the same thing. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no discrepancy there. Let's start.
No matter trace to be had, we know science and all that. Okay. So, 2 things. Rockside, if you must also be added to know, we are tracking. The entity we're tracking is particularly small as well, so.
Alright.
Fairly the size of Fly here, if you will, if not probably taller. Though, it does lead me to now, as Strite would look over towards Solar. Why are you still hesitant to say your own guesses? Strite's
Solar.
own talent clicking on the stone under her.
Solo, what's gotten into you?
If
Solar?
there's something you'd have to say, Solar, please feel free to.
That'd make it so much easier.
What are you talking about?
Hmm.
Okay, hold on. I want to insight something.
Hmm?
I want to try an insight if this is gonna be a bit of a interesting one. I want to insight if he feels either guilty or scared. And to make that distinction, I understand it's gonna be a very, very high requirement.
Who? Solar?
Yeah,
Might have to know better for that kind of thing.
maybe.
I mean,
Just asking the DM if that's something that makes sense.
that does sort of make sense, yes.
Because my thought process is maybe Fly would pick up signs that are similar to what happened with Icicle. As a player, I'm saying that in my look to my character as if something similar is going on here. I'm asking you as a DM if you feel that's realistic or completely off the ball.
I can sense a bit of... I mean, the same exact situation is probably a long shot, to be fair.
No, I'm not saying a same exact situation. I'm saying a same feeling of coercion rather than, you know, feeling like you want to hide because you've done it. Like, right, it's this idea of coercion because, again, Fly's seeing this again and again and again with dragons being forced to do things they don't want to. And at this point, he might just sort of see things like that.
I don't think you need to make an insight check specifically for that. You can feel that. You have been encountering this several times before, but whether you follow up on it or not is up to you. This is a player encounter, so...
True, but, I mean...
If something seems...
Right.
Off... That even...
Like, I mean off in that specific sense. Just because as a character, I've dealt with it so many times at this point. That would probably know what it is. Okay.
Probably not know what it is, but you just...
Well,
something's off.
but have an inkling that something might be a little...
Yes, something is just
way.
off, yeah. Unless Solar wants to roll, but...
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Oh.
Is there... I think I've seen this before.
Solar, is something wrong?
Daffodil. I wouldn't press right now.
She glances down to you and then slowly back up to Solar. Before taking a step back.
Fly's just going to look up the Solar and say, we'll talk about this later.
We'll certainly talk about something.
Also, so what I missed there while I was AFK, if you don't mind my asking?
Mostly
Solar
me
sus.
picking up on what Solar's putting down. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing is, I want to sort of dispel that a little bit. Let's not think about Solar right now. We can talk to him later.
For all we know,
Let's
he's
see
the
what
one
we
who
can
did
get from
it.
this.
Well,
Daffodil
Not
was.
I'm
Solar
not
with you
saying
over
to
the
not
night?
keep an eye on him. Just don't jump at him right now. Please.
you got a point.
I'm sure he has a good reason for not saying it right now, so I will hold back from jumping on him as you've said.
But don't let him go either.
Daffodil, was Solar with you all the night?
Yes, he was.
I can assure you this Rainwing wouldn't let this one out of her sight, so...
Not for very long,
Good.
that's for sure.
Which case, where does that leave us? Did we have
Me
one more
saying
enemy?
this much. If there is any sort of interesting word saying or sightings of a fairly small-sized blue creature running around, you best be suspicious about it. Other than that, I couldn't say.
And be careful, you guys up there, alright? We have no idea exactly what we're dealing with. And on our hand, I'm gonna go up to Stride and just give her a bit of a bump on the leg. We're not gonna do any more shenanigans. We gotta get serious now, alright?
Unfortunately. Hero's gonna enjoy a little bit of a breather from everything.
I've felt it since I have arrived in this place. It's crushing.
Are you guys done here yet?
About. Apologies.
We'll move
I'll
off.
let you,
Sorry.
I'll let
We
you
do
guys
need to prepare
to
it.
deal with this.
The ritual.
My
Yes.
condolences. Fly is just going to close his eyes and try to remember hearing about the ceremony exactly if he remembers a saying about like of politeness.
Not a saying.
Is there not a saying
I mean,
for
he-
it? Like, may he return from the flame or something like that?
In fire
It's
may he
probably.
birth again.
Yeah.
It's what?
In fire may he birth again.
Perfect.
Or may
I-
she birth again,
I-
one or the other.
G-Day.
Well, in fire may he birth again. And after saying that, Fly's just gonna look around and
In
just,
fire.
Get fire.
and when hearing that, he's gonna nod and turn around a little embarrassed. Was weird.
What?
I'm not talking to Rockslide. I'm just saying that to myself as I walk away.
Like, what's weird?
It felt weird to say a Skywing thing. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
Thank you, Fly. As for myself, though, do let me know when that goes underway. I feel I'm partly responsible, so I'd like to be there.
In fire may
Don't forget your slime thing.
Jay, are you
Oh.
quite well done?
He's not our thing. He's himself.
Yeah.
The slime could talk.
Be done.
You do get the 3 teeth you found.
Very good.
You have obtained teeth.
Teeth! Can I
You
wear
know,
them?
I'll just put him in real quick.
It's
Are you gonna try? I'm pretty sure that's gonna be like what, a sleight of hand?
Real.
Delicious.
he was on the other side of the body.
Alright. Whatever the case may be.
And looking over the, infection with fly. So I'm not gonna.
What do these teeth look like? They're recognizable as belonging to a particular kind of dragon or no?
I mean, without inspecting the dragons around you, you'd have a hard time immediately recognizing them.
They are recognizable.
They are large fangs, yes. With some looking into it, you could discern what they are. The one thing to note is, well, hold on. How long does this take to go into effect?
Eight years.
You don't even know what I'm looking for.
I know though.
trying to figure something out because this is an important thing.
Alright.
Do.
In the meantime,
Actually, in the meantime, Fly would probably walk next to Solar and say, Solar.
Yep.
Mind if I stayed on your back for a little while?
I don't see why that'd
As
be
we
an
walk
issue.
back to the to our place. I don't know, it feels be very interesting, I think. Never been in a dragon like you.
Okay. Here we go. I found something. One thing to note about those teeth. They are old, flaking. Just fiddling it with it in your hands. A crack appears in it. That's all.
Damn, the body must be aging rapidly.
But they were in the wound. They in several places, mind you, as well. Not all like in one spot. They were scattered about within the large chunks taken out of Hawk. I suppose, going back to it a little bit, the investigation of the body, I suppose a little oversight I did make was well, clearly they were okay, well, here we go. Dare I say the risque
The risque.
way?
What?
Dare I say it the risque way, or find a new way to say it? Because
Gross.
Okay, how about you type it to me? I'll try to use some vocabulary of the lexicon.
It looks like they were eaten.
Oh.
Oh.
The teeth were eaten?
No, not the teeth.
The body.
The body looks like it was mauled.
The body was mauled and eaten, essentially, in places.
Okay,
Because-
that's definitely something Fly would have picked up on.
Yes, that's what I should have mentioned earlier. While you guys
Okay.
are walking away, you're thinking about this, and it's just like, wait a minute. There's, yeah, the 3 teeth scattered about in the body definitely helps with specifying that all of the wounds are bite wounds, or at least the deep ones.
Fucking vampire would look back and notice the body, and actually would be disturbed for once. Oh. Oh.
But yeah, they're going to usher you guys away because they want to prepare Hawk for burning.
Not gonna lie, I feel fairly responsible for this one.
Why so?
That was one of the ones I'm persuaded to provide information that I didn't think would land them in that state if it weren't because of me. Not just in the fact of the drinking, but the knowledge given.
Ah,
And there goes my good morning feeling after last night. Now I just want to stomp something out.
Where do you want to head?
hey, maybe.
I don't remember if Solar agreed to me jumping on his back or not.
I said I don't see why not.
Alright. Well,
I don't know.
should
only
we head
issue
back
is we
to
don't know
Rosary's
direct-
place?
No, there's no point. What we need to do is try to explore or from here. The only problem is I wish we knew exactly where these other suspects came in and left from. But if,
Well, I might have
but if
one
Daffodil
stop to
here couldn't
make.
even find any trace of whatever it was, then there may as well be a problem right there alone.
Might have one stop to make. Rosary, Squall, you can follow me if you want to, but I'd like anyone else to stay behind, maybe. Just for this once.
All right, I'll follow you, Fly. Where are we going?
I thought I'd pop by Icicle. I just want to see how she's doing.
All right, sounds like a good idea.
Fly.
Hmm?
Stay safe out there, please.
Don't worry, Vampire. I'm gonna be fine. I have 2 dragons with me.
I'm going to just see about 2 things of my own. One is I'm still going to try to at least get my desired interest. And I'm going to be at the not so much the pyre.
Well, the pyre isn't going to be here. It's going to be at Jade Mountain.
Oh, it's going to go all the way over there.
Yeah. That's where all that's where all of the burning happens.
I thought they were going to go just for the nearest highest point rather than
No.
just straight down.
No, it's very much a thing that happens only at Jade Mountain.
Noted.
I still need to get
That's
that.
right away. I'm not. Yep. Never mind.
So yeah, when they say prepare it, they mean prepare it for hauling it too.
Yes.
You sure you don't want to join them, Dry?
I'm gonna try to make some time to investigate into this while I'm browsing around. Like I said, Redica came northward, so I'm just gonna start there since we don't have any ideas of where those other suspects came in and left to from this horrid spot.
I still need to get that. Did I ever get the fur?
No, you
pelt that was
didn't.
cured?
It's gonna take a few days. I mentioned that before.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it should be ready in like the next day or 2.
Ah.
But yeah, so go ahead and go where you guys will.
All right.
So, pretty much, I was going with Rosary and Solar to see Icicle. I'm pretty sure I don't remember exactly where she's staying.
The siren song.
Oh, fucking great.
Why?
Well,
Oh, the siren song.
well, we're going back to the tavern.
I'm definitely not doing that there.
Drink.
No, it's Last time we talked about something touchy in the Siren song, Skywing ended up dead.
Okay, you know what? Fair.
You do have a safe place you can bring him.
I know, that's exactly where we're going.
Okay, I'm not gonna bother with
But
too much.
we are going to get Icicle first.
Okay.
And we're gonna invite her to get coffee, or the dragon equivalent of coffee. Whatever kind of herbal tea Rosary can make.
Oh, you
She
did
can make a
mention
ton of
that.
herbal
You did
teas.
mention a little place
Chocolate
somewhere
drink.
else.
Chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Wanna
yes.
come visit?
I suppose so.
coffee.
What about the others? Moon's also here at the table. And so is Kibble and Orpheus.
I don't think Moon needs to accompany us.
What? Something wrong?
Oh, no.
The one
As I
person
say
you
that,
could actually
she
have help our
definitely
situation
knows
you're not
everything that's
using.
happening.
Something is
So-
very wrong. Got it.
Everything wrong.
Fly just has like a defeated expression and shakes his head. Anyways, we better get going.
Are you sure this isn't something we should all know about? Kibble remarks.
In time. I've made the mistake of speaking my mind maybe a little early once. I don't intend to do that again.
Look, something's clearly got you distraught. We should really come along.
Who's saying that?
Moon.
Moon.
I would recommend anytime you talk as different characters to ping them.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm being as soft-spoken as I can possibly be as this Moon.
Yeah, I know. This is... If I need you, I'll come back. Alright? You have to trust me on this one. So far, my record's fairly clean.
Alright.
This is...
Guess I'll tag along instead.
Yep. Let's get going. First up, Rosary's place.
Follow me.
Maybe never mind.
Hmm.
Alright, so during this, quick bit. Two things.
Yes.
One, what would Stride find in terms of a stall that sells any sort of what she was looking for?
Stall of what?
An aromatic.
Oh,
an aromatic
yes.
store, something like perfumes and all.
I'm not gonna hold you up too long in that. You can find something very
Yep.
simple. Any specific sense you're going for?
One that smells rather dark. Almost muted unless you were paying attention. That would probably be a... here we go.
You would come across something that smells extremely vanilla. With a hint
Vanilla.
of mint.
Fascinating. Not what I would maybe use for that, but then again, I do like them both. Perhaps this will do. Maybe. Ah, yes. That. Yeah. Yeah, shall do just, I think. Something simple and subtle, with something surprising about it. Very well.
I call this vanish.
A very clever spin. With that ever so gentle spice of mint to it. How much?
3 gold.
3 gold already starting fairly high, I see. 1.
3 gold.
They're not budging.
Definitely getting the impression well enough. Fine. Stry would pick out the 3 at a time and provide it.
1, 2, 3. Good.
Not bad. The perfume, if you mind not.
Say again?
The perfume, if you mind not.
He drops it in a little basket and hands it to you.
And that is that. With completion of that, Stry would still hover around in case of any dabblings and hearings of any of that's gone on, or even if she overheard anyone that may have made mention of possible suspects of smaller stature.
Wait, say again? Say that again?
Yes. I said while in these market stalls, Stry was making a point to all the same be keeping a little ear eye out in her browsing, maybe even in a way taking this as an opportunity to practice her blind fighting in more of a passive manner to try to overhear any sort of talk or gossip about the recent murder or anything pertaining to individuals that seem very frightened and running.
You can roll perception on that.
Very well. Not bad.
Not bad at all. You do hear some things. There are definitely people talking about the sudden death of the Enclave member, Hawk. And none of it is good. She's like, some of them are worried that the Enclave might get erratic or start looking for suspects. They haven't been the most respected of dragons. Though there are a few who do look up to them, they clearly held them. Some of them clearly held themselves a little higher than most. The Enclave members, that is. Some would say Hawk had it coming. Some would say they'd probably do it themselves.
Damn. Tough.
Damn.
So lack of trust in the Enclave, or likeness rather. Many saying Hawk had it coming, some do it themselves, and what else was there?
And some thinking this is
They're
extremely
to act
tragic.
more tragic that the Enclave will become erratic and persecuting.
Yeah.
Alright, that's gonna be my little list of notes in my head. Though unfortunate to hear that there's little in the way of more interesting information. Dryad is going to go ahead and head back for Rosary's home, knowing that the others will be.
Oh, that's actually kind of good.
Yep.
But
Figured that'd be a
we
good
probably
point.
gonna have a
Yes.
start without you try it, and then eventually you can come in.
Yeah.
That's actually good because you're like the one person I was 50-50 on.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is gonna be important. I'm just gonna say it right now.
Alright,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know if you've realized the type of people I've gathered here.
So, alright, so who is here?
At the house.
Rosalie, me,
Vampire's not
Solar,
here.
and Icicle. Vampire is definitely not here and definitely not staring at us while invisible.
Oleander and
It's
Tavos
Trevor!
are here too, I presume.
Are you sure about that? Because I'd rather not.
Oleander is not going anywhere without Spolder
Okay.
at this point.
I thought you said Smolder. I thought you said
I
Smolder.
mean, I kind of, if anything, Oleander is probably one of the people that can hold the secret the most. So, at this point, so.
Alright, everybody who's here, move inside.
Let's go.
And no Tavoth or Tavoth?
No, Tevoth. Squall, you can be there if you want to. Don't know about Shay, but whatever.
I'm about to get ganged up on.
You're gonna be
Alright, everybody,
interrogated.
give me
want me
pickaxes
or
and
not?
torches.
I mean, I can't exactly hold Che outside the door. He can just fucking melt under it.
I'm not gonna be here if you don't want me here.
Right. While this is going on, I will listen, but I will be right back. Go ahead.
Alright.
I'm gonna turn on a little bit of happier music. Or should I?
Yeah. Neutral. Let's go for neutral.
Alright, let's go as neutral as possible. We're taking on this one.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, Grammarly is not working now. Damn.
Well, Rosary?
Hmm?
Maybe, I don't know. Do you do like tea or something?
Yeah, I can make everyone some tea.
Great.
You can
Let's-
go start it, and I'll work on the tea.
Alright. I'll sort of demolish my pillow fort, which means you know it's important. Just get
shit.
get cushions for everybody.
Rosary will just go to the back and start to make some tea.
And then lay down the
You-
one cushion and just
The
sit on it.
one.
Oh, by the
the
way,
one
Icicle's
good
here
cushion.
too. There's no Icicle, but she's here. Well, that's really annoying. I wanted to talk to Icicle.
Quit.
It's fine. We can wait. It's just I don't think I can guide this in any different way.
Mhm.
No, No! I'll be fucking die.
No, Zombie's fine. Zombie's okay. He's gonna be back momentarily. Don't need to go too crazy there, Zombie. It's fine.
What is he cooking?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
You cook.
That that was
Was a little unfortunate.
time. I did say I'd be right back.
I know. I thought I could have. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Put Icicle in here.
Nice little place you've got here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I will
Rosary
rely
will
on
just-
all of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry. Rosary would just say as she was finishing making some tea for everyone who is in here.
Well, isn't this lovely? I'll try and take a sip of the tea. I don't know if it's too hot. Maybe it is.
It might be a bit too hot considering Rosary just finished it, so please don't burn your tongue.
Considering Fly has literally been through an inferno, this is not that bad, but it is slightly
His tongue
uncomfortable. Fair enough. Good point taken. He still just sort of goes, "Whew, yeah, that's very hot," and just lays the mug, I'm going to imagine, down on the floor for now.
Mug.
Well,
Let me know when I
Icicle.
do arrive, by the way.
Yeah. Icicle, I was wondering if you heard heard from your brothers.
So far as I know, they're still in the Ice Kingdom.
Well, hopefully everyone's doing quite well. I'll say I have no idea what the Ice Kingdom is like, or what, if they'll find friends there, or just a bunch of work. That being said, though, I did gather all of you guys here for something.
Surprisingly, you brought me still, but shoot.
Well, Icicle, I know this isn't something you rather reminisce on. I know this is something you'd rather not reminisce on. But do you remember the whole incident with? It was Horfrost that was the one that was gone.
Hailstorm.
Hailstorm.
Horfrost
With,
was Mastra's character.
I know. I just remember the incident.
You
Whole
always
incident with
fail.
Hailstorm.
Yes. And
you remember seeing Battle Winner, right?
what does this have to do with anything?
Fine, I'll get to the point. Earlier, when we saw Hawk. Well, his body. Solar didn't want to talk much. And I saw the way the other people of the Enclave looked at him. It felt like he was guilty of something, but I saw something a little different. I saw something that I saw in you before. And I'd rather you or I could do it if you'd rather me do it. Maybe give a brief summary of what happened in your case. I don't want to insinuate anything, but maybe.
We're really back on this again, huh?
I'm so sorry. I promise I'll make it up to you.
I'm not exactly sure what you've got going on there. A half and half. Whatever you're doing, it better be for a good reason. What'd you say?
Is it Solar rolls his eyes at the insult?
Sweet and sour.
I was going to say good call, bad call, but I guess
Whatever you've got going
good
on.
dragon, actually bad dragon.
Anyways,
Whatever you've got going on
bad.
there.
Let's get going.
Yeah, whatever you've got going on there. Hold on, what's going on? Okay.
Something's going on. We just don't know what.
No, my cat was doing something weird.
You have a cat?
Yes.
Oh my god, let's just get to Icicle. Just get to Icicle.
Icicle.
Your cat doesn't make
looks you
noise like
over.
the birds do.
No, he's very quiet. She steps forward.
I'm not exactly sure what he's trying to insinuate on you. But this is insanely hard, you know, right?
She just looks to you.
I mean, I can help. I just don't want to say things the wrong way. So maybe it'll be better if it comes out of your mouth.
Better to be blunt about it then. I nearly tried to kill dragons. Because some very angry dragon. You know, I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. Because Queen Scarlet had my brother. Or at least I thought I had. Or at least I thought she did. Thought he was dead by the time I found him. Honestly, I'm still surprised Winter found it out before I did.
Always was a smart cookie.
Him? As if.
Oh, you just look that way looking at all those books.
Books? He's not really a bookworm.
Maybe I'm misremembering then. That being said, my perspective on the whole situation is I found a dragon that was heavily conflicted about who she needed to do what for. Mostly because there was a dragon that was holding her into her grasp, not letting go, using a threat to manipulate her into doing things that, frankly, just weren't good at all. And the threat itself was, well, It wasn't completely fabricated, but was mostly not there. Well, not completely there. Point is, so we had a dragon do something that was not good for anybody, because someone out there was threatening, was manipulating them. And out there, Solar, I'm not going to lie. There were two possibilities. Either you're linked to this, or someone's got your tongue.
Now that you're saying this, Fly, I also might be thinking it's the second option.
That's the one I think it is. That's the reason why. I wanted people to stop questioning you, because I'll just make you look guilty. And that's why we're here. Because here I'm mostly certain we're safe. Nobody's gonna hear you. And what we say here, what we do here, we're already decided that this whole thing is going to be an act, a parade. Because we know we're being watched and listened to from all sides and everywhere at once. So whatever you're gonna say to us, I guess we'll just have to act like we never heard it. At least, we'll have to make it look like it.
Unless they're watching us right now.
You saying that, Oleander, I imagine?
Yeah.
I like to think they can't. But if you just want to make sure, probably know more about this than any of us.
I'm not exactly versed in magic, but I know a couple of friends who do a lot of spying with magic.
Well, your knowledge of, I guess you would say stealthiness is probably what I'm relying upon here.
Solar.
Yes.
I never saw the dragon that entered the inn. Or rather, was around the inn, I should say. Did you?
I pointedly say nothing.
Wait. No. Not that. Not right now. Solar? Is there something you're not telling us because you can't?
Remember, Thieves' Cant is something you can use as well.
Oh, I was
Don't even
wondering
need to
when you
say
would
a
mention
word.
something like that. I was so looking forward to you saying something like that.
You know, I've always wondered how you're supposed to speak in Thieves' Cant.
Thieves' Cant is mostly strange phrases. It's just if you have.
Let me put it to you like this: the body over there looks mighty thirsty.
It's phrases that mean nothing but are secret phrases for those who know it.
As the saying goes, if you can't speak Thieves' Cant, then you can't.
Why do they call it Thieves' Cant? It seems like it'd be more useful
the
if it
one
was called
problem
Thieves' Can.
The one problem you might have with that is
Does the person who was in your room know it? Because she knew the passphrase. That's how she got you.
I mean, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you don't even need to say anything. Just move your head.
That doesn't help every time.
What do you mean?
Spying is not just listening. If they were very versed in magic, they could be seeing us right now.
Maybe I should have brought Fate then.
You. Grass girl.
My name's Rosary.
Right. Rosary then. Do you know anything?
About solar?
No, not solar, about magic.
Well, I do know a little bit, but I wouldn't call myself the most proficient at spellcasting. Why?
Can you see anything out of the ordinary?
Could I use detect magic?
You could do that, but that's a really
Or
weak spell.
Or, I guess, perception?
I mean, a perception check won't really give you much anything in here. It's just your house.
Well, I can't really see anything that off, but I can infer how strange Solar is acting.
Okay,
Or guess
Oleander
how strange.
hushes herself and then uses her scales to kind of blink in and out of, like, invisibility.
That's visible.
Does... No, okay. Do you get what I'm saying? Or do you get what she's saying?
If I could see her doing that?
Yes, she is making herself invisible and then remaking herself visible.
Yes, I can see that.
Do you
I
get
don't
what she's
understand what
trying
she's trying
to
to say,
tell
though.
you? See what's not ordinary. And she's flashing.
That guy, I am barely staying myself awake.
She's okay. Do an Arcana check.
I mean, I can do an Arcana check to us. Why
Sure.
not?
Sure, you can help her.
Let's take a gander. Can I just help her?
Sure.
Sure. You can do an Arcana check with advantage,
In fact,
Rosary.
Che could also help if he wanted.
Oh, if Che
Lamau.
wanted. If
Che is
Che
here.
wanted.
Che, you can roll into an Arcana check yourself if you'd like.
Actually, yeah, if I guess he would be here.
Yeah,
I
why
did
not?
say I wasn't holding him.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh. Oh my.
We both failed.
Right? This is horrible.
Well.
Solar's just gonna sigh very loudly. And then he's gonna stare really hard at
At who?
Fly.
Alright, Fly, he's staring at you.
Alright, I'm being stared at.
Stare.
Menacingly.
I look into his eyes. I try to read his soul.
Wait.
Insight check.
Oh, what?
Insight check
Hold
for
on.
yes or no. I read
I'm gonna
his
be walking
soul.
into them just like face to face, staring at each other's eyeballs or something. Now.
Sure, let's do it like that. Why not?
Oh, for fuck.
No.
Screw it.
For the Ice Lord's sake.
Oh lord.
Icicle is going to
No.
lean over to Rosary. Because she actually rolled it really high.
Apparently, I moved all my bad rolls to all of you.
Apparently.
Oh.
Good, thanks,
like it.
Riot.
Apparently, I was the magnet to all the bad rolls, and now I have dispersed it.
You weren't even here.
God.
Oh.
God.
Icicle's going to pull Rosary aside.
Mm.
Oh.
What is
Oh,
it?
God. I think she's trying to ask you to see if you can see the unseeable.
That would make a lot of sense.
You do have very good eyes, mind you.
I have good eyes, one could say, but seeing things that aren't there, that could be another story altogether.
Look through your spell list.
Then I need to organize the spell list.
It's one of your class
Oh,
spells.
wait.
Yeah, it's your subclass spell. You always have it prepared.
See invisibility, maybe? No.
Yes.
Oh. Well,
Right.
we're
Oh.
gonna just do that.
Oh.
Alright. So Rosary casts See Invisibility. You look
Yep.
around the room. You don't see anyone. But when you look at Solar, you see a shadowy eye over his shoulder, watching him.
That might be our target.
And that is how we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh boy!
Oh,
Banger.
Damn.
damn, show.
Right as Striate
Enters
comes
the room.
home.
Yeah, pretty much. That sounds good. That sounds like a good drop-off point.
Stray came home.
Yeah.
She came back with the milk. Dumbass,
Stray came back with the milk.
Yeah, Vampire can be with Striate too if you want, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. At this point,
But yeah,
it was just yeah.
thanks for joining us this weekend. We won't be coming back next weekend. We're going to be out because I'm going to
Wow.
be busy.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm actually also going to be very busy next weekend, so that's
Well,
good.
Ooh,
Great.
Lucky too, because I was gonna have to
Man.
cancel as well.
Wow, we are really dodging a bullet here. But yeah,
Yeah, you don't say.
see you next time.
bye bye.
See ya.
Farewell.
Farewell.